What is going on, everyone? You are listening to the 20th episode of True to Size. Hello, family. You are currently tuned in to True to Size. My name is Alan Martinez, and I'm joined by my brothers Lawrence Hopkins.
What's going on?
Joel Hernandez. And Alvin Martinez is back.
Hola, señor. ¿Cómo estás?
Someone switched on his Buzz
Cerveza,
Lightyear
por
Spanish mode. Spanish mode. Welcome back, big bro.
Sí.
We are Canada Got Soul. This is episode 20.
Hey.
20. Venti.
Yeah,
Crazy.
we hit another milestone.
Yeah, man.
This
Damon
is-
Stoudemire's number.
It's a cute little milestone. First it was Spotify, then it was 5,000 downloads, and now, wow.
Every day is a milestone.
2 decades, you guys.
Every
long
day
one.
It's been
you
2
wake up
decades.
is a milestone.
Can you believe that we've been doing this for pretty much almost consecutively 20 weeks?
Jeez. That's like a year.
Jeez,
Almost, pretty much, basically. Or like
Like
2
22
decades.
weeks
like
in a year.
20 years?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Shit.
22. True.
The quickest of maths. Today we'll be talking about custom shoes.
When you said we were going to talk about customs, I thought you meant like duties. I was like,
No,
okay.
no, they can go to Canada Got Soul for that talk. CanadaGotSoul.ca rather. Customizers, customizing, and the differences between restoring and such, and just whatever all customizing is all about. But first, obviously, the fire round. This one comes from Heads Ain't Ready.
Yo.
yeah.
John.
JR.
He sent this a while ago because we have a nice queue of fire round suggestions. Thank you guys.
Cute.
So he said, "Yo, nice work again this week." I can't remember for what episode.
Every single one.
Yeah, obviously, obviously. Thank you. For a topic, you know I'm all about that sneaker dad life. But seriously, whether you have kids, a partner, or just responsibilities, being into sneakers can raise some interesting challenges. Not only about money, but for setting an example. How do you spend your time and understanding how others feel about the habit? I didn't ask him for an answer.
Well, I was just about to say, what was his answer?
I didn't ask him for one.
Shit.
I goofed. This was a while ago.
Shit.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
All right, I have one. Just because I thought about this already. Fortunately for me, my partner, my wife, Christine, supports me with like everything that I do.
Golf clap.
This actually takes up a lot more of my time than it used to years ago. And like speaking just of like from her support, I picked up some courses from other things that I want to get more knowledge of. And like she's totally down to have me like spend a few hours here and there just to go through those things. She knows what things are for like a priority to me, whether it's like the gym, designing, or everything that we do as Canada Got Soul. So in terms of understanding, I'm actually just very lucky for the fact that she just supports the things that we do. She's actually like a big reason, for why I'm doing No Cop July,
That's awesome.
which quick update, 18 days in, 0 cops
Nice.
Nice.
until maybe this Saturday.
Very
Oh.
good.
Oh God. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, like, and the thing too is with like about the whole money thing. Christine supports me with knowing that I'm trying to get better at this type of stuff and like my financial habits and things. And obviously with more money comes maybe a bigger house and more room and then more shoes. But that's in a perfect world where all of that would work out. So yeah. Thankfully though, it was easy for her to just understand my passion for sneakers and such.
Yeah, that's nice. I think the main thing, like, a lot of people are shocked when they first get to know somebody who's into sneakers just because it does seem like a compulsive thing.
I think it comes with anything where people have
Yeah, I was
more
just about-
than
exactly.
2 of
I was
something.
about to say, like, that can be with anything. Like, you could walk into someone's house and they collect stamps, and you're like, holy shit, you have 7,000 stamps. That's a lot of stamps. But for the most part, I mean, I'm sure all of us go through our ups and downs of irresponsibility, but for the most part, we're relatively level-headed. And if I'm spending this money on, I feel like I'm echoing. If I'm spending this money on sneakers, it's because I'm not spending it on something else. Like, I'm not just like compulsively buying sneakers and then also compulsively buying food every day and then going on whatever vacations every day. Like, all these other things, like, you make sacrifices to support the things that you love. So if that means that I bring lunch to work every day because I want to buy a pair of shoes and I don't want to struggle for it, that's what I'll do. So obviously I do understand how it could look and be perceived, but at the end of the day, everyone has a passion, everybody has a hobby, and if I wasn't buying shoes, I don't know what I would be into, but I don't know. That's just where my money happens to go. Some people it goes to food because they love eating out. Some people it goes to, I don't know, what are people into? I just know about shoes.
Yeah.
Toys.
Comic books,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, everyone has a hobby. Like, some people maybe goes to the gym. Maybe they spend all their money on like personal trainers and like all this new workout gear every week. Like, whatever it happens to be. Everybody's into something. So you just have to understand that and realize that we're not these freaking crazy animals for the most part.
What was the first impressions that you guys had with your wives?
I don't know. Like, for me, for instance, it's all about priorities. Like, living the adult life, you have to put food on the table. You gotta, like, have clothes on your back and, gotta pay the bills. So it all stems down to that. And, to balance having like an almost 10-year-old basketballer in your life that's starting to get into, sneakers and starting to understand, like, what an Air Max 1 is or what an Air Max 95 is, what a Dunk is. Like, it's it's hard because, like, as soon as we walk into like an outlet store, he's off to his shoe sizes and he's just picking out, what he wants and whatnot. So it's, you gotta learn how to balance that out too. I guess for me, it's easier, like with Jomar, he's starting to understand, like, you gotta do well at home. Like, well, you gotta do well at school and you gotta pull in the grades. You gotta show me that you deserve to get, a nice pair of shoes, or you gotta show me, you gotta prove to me that you need these shoes.
There's that setting an example part of it.
Regardless of it's being $30 or regardless of it, getting hooked up at, at Foot Locker or whatever. But it's just, you gotta set that example, like, to the kids, especially now, cause, they're growing up and they're starting to understand, like, I could do this, I could do that. And, I can get rewarded for something, or I can, like, bust my ass off at practice, come back and, like, it looked like I just came from a shower, but I know that I bust my ass off just to, like, prove that, I can deserve to rock these shoes or whatnot.
When Mare first met you though,
she was all about it. She was cool about it. Like,
was she into sneakers too at that time?
She wasn't. Like, when I first met her.
Oh, I thought she always was.
No, she was never into sneakers. Like, when I first met her, she had, like, she's gonna kill me for these, but she had these shoes that look like Monarchs. They're called Soda Pop. So they're like bootleg.
No way.
I don't know what they were, but when I first met her, it was like, you're as a sneakerhead, you first look down at the feet.
Them shits is whack.
And it's like the next day I took her to, like, somewhere and I got her a pair of shoes. So it was one of those, like, I don't know, she grew into it. And I thank her for putting up with my, my bullshit and, my stress about sneakers and whatnot. But she's toughed it out throughout all these years. She's toughed it out, since we were dating till marriage and whatnot. But she's put her 2 cents in. I put in my 2 cents in. We fought about stuff. And, obviously I, took a step back and said, okay, I don't need these right now. So I can wait out, or I can sell a pair of shoes and get these shoes sometime. So,
Alvin, when Sasha first found out about your sneaker habits, what was that like?
She never really found out because when we started going out is when I started getting into sneakers.
So when she realized, wow, this guy has a lot of sneakers.
It's too late.
Shit, I mean,
Oh, really?
Nah, like before we were going out, I had like Air Force Ones,
was
like just
too
the
late.
basic shit.
We were married.
But it wasn't until like we started going out like heavy that I was starting to cop heavy. She didn't really mind it because then we were still in high school and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, we weren't really paying any bills. We were just going to sushi, taking a bus and shit. And it was like, we didn't have anything to worry about. So I was like, me copping shoes was like nothing. It wasn't really until like we started talking about marriage,
a future together, yeah.
and the future and growing up that like she started to have her own 2 cents. But I don't know. At the same time, like I'm okay with my stuff. Like I know how to prioritize my shit. Like for example, I sold my phone posit collection to pay for her engagement ring, just because priorities, man. Like
Yeah.
sneakers over like wifey over sneakers forever, right?
And you
Like,
never wore foam posits that often.
I kind of grew out of them.
Yeah.
Like I still love the shoe. It's just I'm never gonna wear it. Right? So I don't know. Being in a relationship and growing up has allowed me to filter my purchases.
Yeah.
And same thing with like getting married and shit. Like that just makes everything so much easier. Having a mortgage and shit, it's just like, nah, I don't need that shit.
Word.
That's why I call shoes cute, because it's like, fuck. If I call them sexy, I want them.
Yeah.
Those are a must cop. Now
Yeah.
with Kaya, your daughter, are you going to try and influence her to take that direction in terms of liking her footwear and such, or
I mean,
is it gonna be like is what it is? If she's into it, she's into it.
It is what it is. Like I expect to be still doing this with you guys when she's older. So
Yeah.
I mean, she's gonna be surrounded by it,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah.
And as of right now, as opposed like when we go to Foot Locker or whatever, like I'm not going there to look for shoes for myself. It's always to see what else they have for her. So right now, like she's got stacks. She just can't wear them because they're too big. But it's just like, what if she ends up liking sneakers? Dope. If not, I mean, it is what it is. Like I don't care.
Yeah.
It's my passion. I'm not really necessarily trying to like pass it on to her.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, while I have control of what she wears, it's like she's gonna be swaggy as fuck, and like my daughter's gonna have some dope ass sneakers. But
Damn straight.
I mean, she's gonna grow up around us, so I mean, obviously she's gonna be around it. So if she's influenced by it, dope. If not, I mean, hey, it's all good.
She
so
can be who she wants to.
yeah,
Be. And as for spending time, I think it's with all of us where it's we're kind of lucky where sneakers is sort of just at the moment, especially a side passion for all of us. So it's not really something we dedicate a 9 to 5 or every day to, but we do spend a chunk, paying attention to the news and the updates and things like that. But again, it's kind of easy having it be so simple enough for us to just be like scrolling through Instagram or going through our favorite news outlets just to check out real quickly, like what's the newest update and things like that. So
yeah.
kind of glad that it doesn't really take up much of our time just yet.
Like if you're gonna ask me if I'd rather, again, like same thing, like
Spend time with
it's gonna be
family versus-
family over sneakers all the time.
Yeah.
Luckily, you guys are just our family, so it doesn't really. Like when I tell Sasha I'm gonna go to the pod, she doesn't really care because
She's used to
It's
it
with
by
you
now.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and she knows you guys, right? Bro, it's like it's more of a tough situation where it's like if it's like a last minute event
Yeah.
and I don't tell her about it, then it's just like, okay, like why do you gotta go to this event?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, she'll still support me. She'll still like, you know, allow me to go, I guess
Yeah.
you could say. But you know, at the end of the day, if she really wanted me to stay home, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm staying home.
Yeah. Very true.
So
Comes down to what needs to be done.
yeah.
So in conclusion, find yourself a partner or a family that will support you in everything you do, and prioritize.
Prioritize, man.
And with what Lauren said, y'all need to budget.
What are other budget's huge.
Budget.
So marriage and house and kids have helped me budget for sure.
For sure, yo.
Like no cops have been coming out of like my income.
Yeah.
Every
Because
single
you've been selling
purchase.
shoes.
Yeah, so it's just like now it's helping me figure out what's more important in my collection. Yeah. So
Oh, that's a topic in itself.
yeah, so it's just like okay.
What to get rid of.
Yeah.
And how
So,
to get rid of.
I mean, it's still tough at times, but at the same
Yeah.
time, if you really want that specific shoe, I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
like tweet out like the impulse buys.
Yeah.
Word.
Oh yeah.
Like
Those are tough.
get rid of the impulse buys and just like hold on to your stash,
Yeah.
your heat stash. You know.
Yeah.
Moving on to this week in kicks, we're gonna start off with Alvin's pick. Welcome back.
Yo.
You gotta do this all in Spanish again.
Okay.
Okay.
Your pick is the J. Crew X New Balance 998s.
Yeah, man.
That's not Spanish.
Jamaican. Okay, so señores, so basically it's a collaboration between
Okay.
Tony Montana.
hey, you said I can't speak Spanish, but I have the accent. But it's another J. Crew's New Balance collaboration. They have so many collaborations.
I was
with
gonna
J.
ask.
Crew, man.
I wasn't
Crew.
sure that they had one before
Tons.
that.
Yeah,
Neat.
Tons.
Neat.
Like that's one of the shoe brands that J. Crew fucks with.
Yeah.
And like most of the colorways they come out with are pretty dope. This one I personally like. It's the ketchup, relish, and mustard
Hot dog condiments.
hot dog condiment
Yeah.
colorway.
It's weird.
The only thing that throws me off is the relish.
Really?
I love that you say relish. I love that you say relish
Not
and
green.
not
The
green.
ketchup.
Only reason is because I don't put relish personally on my hot dog.
Ah.
No, but also it's on the midsole, like near the front, and it's just like that one hit of green.
Yeah.
That kind of like I think that's why you're kind of thrown off because it's
No,
just like the
do
random.
you know what throws me off is the random hits of silver.
I like that.
Ah,
That's
I like that.
onions, yo.
Yeah,
no, it's
bro.
not.
What kind of magical onions are you eating?
I was gonna say, if you're eating silver onions, you should probably stop.
But that picture on what was it, Sneaker News? It didn't really do it justice. I was looking at the pictures that they actually had on the website, like the jcrew.com,
Look better.
whatever website, and it was like it's so clean.
Maybe the on foots will be more convincing.
I saw,
to
yeah,
me.
there was an on foot too. It was dope. It's just that one little hit of green. I think they could have put the green somewhere
Yeah.
a little bit better.
I don't mind the color combination as much as I do the color blocking, like where they chose to place all the colors and such.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. It's
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
green for me that fucks it up a little bit.
I do like that the upper is like mostly that brown, that like
The yellowy
hot dog
gold
bun.
Hot dog bun.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's clean.
Hot dog bun brown. I hope that's what the colors are listed on the box.
Hot dog bun brown, ketchup
Officially
red.
ketchup red, mustard yellow,
Yeah.
relish green that Alvin doesn't like.
That's a dope shoe, man. The quality is dope.
Release date?
It's
Was
out.
it- Oh, already.
It's already on the website. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I looked at it today. Thought about adding it to the cart, but I was like, nah.
What do they go for?
I think it was
Oh,
$220,
Oh shit.
that's a
Canadian?
premium price
CAD?
for New
CAD.
Balance.
but it's like it's a J Crew.
Yeah.
True.
They had like a
I don't
dope
know.
Independence Day one of the
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
silhouette, and it sold out.
I don't know. Maybe it's that I don't pay attention to New Balance silhouettes.
That's
enough
one
to
of their
know
more expensive,
Okay,
like
I
the
was gonna say.
99
that silhouette in general.
series, the
Yeah, yeah,
900 ish
yeah.
series.
Yeah.
They're an expensive.
Ah,
It's an expensive silhouette.
interesting.
Yeah.
With another collaboration, Joel's pick is the Santa Cruz Skateboard X Puma Suede 50.
Yes.
Mm.
Crazy.
So cool.
It's a crazy shoe. You got the black uppers with that gum sole on it, and then you got the infamous screaming hand Santa Cruz hand at the back heel, I guess. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, and it goes and it screams into the form strip.
Into the form strip. Yeah, it's got that red. I don't even know what you want to call
Yeah,
it.
but it's like a swirl. Is it the
it's a
tongue? Is it
swirly-
the tongue
It
that
looks like
goes
I think it is the tongue.
all the way down?
Yeah.
Does that have a release date? I meant
I
to
think
check for it.
July 25th.
Is it next week?
I think next week, yeah.
Ooh, does it come in more than just the black?
I saw other images. July 26th. There's
Nice.
other images of a high, like a mid cut,
Ooh.
but it's like a blue.
For a Puma suede? That's interesting.
Yeah, man. So here's the 50th anniversary suede. So
That's sick.
yeah,
That's
that's
so
my
sick.
this
Yeah.
weekend kick.
I remember growing up, like seeing that Santa Cruz screaming
Yeah.
hand everywhere.
Yeah,
whether
man.
it was like,
I used to doodle
On-
that on my my
yeah,
math book and
seriously,
everything,
like
man.
T-shirts, walls, just because of everyone friggin' vandalized walls with that graphic.
Yeah,
Skateboards.
Yep. everywhere.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
skateboards,
probably where I
too.
saw it the most. Tony
Yes.
Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
Ooh.
Shout outs to that. My pick this week is the Reebok Aztrek. These were originally released in the early 90s. Reebok's deciding to bring them back just about 20 years later. They're mad clean. Have you guys seen them? Have you guys
Yeah.
taken a look at
Freaking
them?
dope.
They're cute as fuck.
Lawrence mentioned before that they're like mad vintage looking.
Yeah, super. Anything with that teal on it, just for some reason screams vintage. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
It's that, and it's like that Atmos jade.
Yeah.
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 Or like the same for like the aquamarine from the 93s. Like it's just
Yeah.
that like teal looks so vintage.
Oh,
and,
for
like,
sure.
Aged. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
It's that color. You kind of associate that jade, teal, aqua color with the 90s, especially with like Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell, yeah. Loud colors,
Yeah.
hairspray.
Yep.
It's actually a pretty damn
Fluffy
clean
things.
silhouette.
All that bright
Like,
shit.
The elements are actually clean. I personally like the cream, navy, and fuchsia pair.
Oh yeah,
A little
Yeah,
bit
I see.
more.
Yes, yes.
Those are
Same.
super sick. They drop on the 19th of July, so tomorrow, because we're
Tomorrow.
recording this a day early. Excuse me, I just burped. They release on Essence, Off the Hook, and on Reebok.ca.
What's retail?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I didn't catch the price. Is there a price?
It was like 140. No,
Something around there. Yeah. Reebok is generally
it's not bad though.
pretty.
It's a pretty good price.
affordable. Yeah.
Do you guys are you guys enjoying the fact that brands are bringing back more of the classic runner silhouettes?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Takes me back.
I think we've talked about before where we said like the new silhouettes for us, especially us four, are getting beat out by the retro looks. Like we
Oh,
would
hell yeah.
prefer the retro looks over
Oh, yeah.
the newer silhouettes. It's pretty exciting.
I was at Livestock today during work. I don't know how I got there, but I love
pick
my
up a
job.
raffle
Just
card?
woke up
Did you
there.
raffle?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
What the heck?
please!
I was with like other. I couldn't. Man.
So they could have entered too.
No, it's not like
Could have
that.
entered for me.
We could have had
No.
so many entries, you guys.
Anyway, I saw the
Paras.
Adidas. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It's
Yeah.
not. Fuck them. I saw the Adidas ZX5 Hundos
Get it
With
right.
the boost?
Suji is gonna get mad at us.
with the boost.
Oh yes,
the gray.
Yeah.
So sick. I like
Bro,
them too,
like
man.
pictures don't do them justice. And
That suede must have been butter.
that suede was butter.
Crazy.
That the way they incorporated the boost and just how like smooth and like how it still looked so
like
retro. It
molded.
was
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that they can do
Perfect.
that with the boost. Is they shape it in like that perfect runner
The exact.
OG foam
Yeah.
silhouette.
And you
So
know
good.
when you push, like you stick your hand in the shoe and you just push down.
I
to see
stick
the
my hands in
cushioning,
all the shoes.
like you could tell it was like the good boost. Like,
Nice.
It was
you know
all
what I
boost.
mean? Yeah, like it
All
was real.
boost,
Like
yeah.
it was real. Like not that fake boost.
Four-fingered
Yeah, it was sick. Boost. It was sick. Yeah.
boost.
Lawrence's pick this week: the purple Zoom generation that LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah. So obviously we
Whipped
heard
out.
that he signed himself
He traded
to a new
himself.
team.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. He didn't get
He
traded.
signed himself to
Yeah.
a new team.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'd seen these purple Zoom generations before, earlier in the season, but now they make a whole lot of sense. He was spotted at Summer League rocking them with like some Laker shorts. I think they were
shorts,
just Don Laker
Just
shorts.
Dons, yeah.
And like, yeah, it just made me kind of excited for LeBron's and Laker colorways, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
man.
purple and gold is a really cool color combination.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Purple, gold, and black.
yeah, like really, really good. So I'm excited. Yeah, it was just cool to see him like actually like I think that was his first public appearance with like Laker shorts and then the purple Zoom generation. So it's kind of iconic to me. But yeah, really, really cool shoe. Very clean. Give me like a Kith vibe.
Oh
I
yeah,
think they
for
did
sure.
the Maestro too and like that purple suede.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really clean. Liking the look of it.
Also in this week in kicks, Lawrence, you got a pair of Element React 87s.
Yeah. So went to Crown League last week on Friday night. Friday night, which is the day they came out in Toronto at Livestock. Got home really late, like midnight or maybe even later, and there was a box in there from Nike Toronto and was like, well, shit, cool. Opened it up and it was the anthracite colorway of the Element Reacts 87s, which is crazy. Like I feel like I spoke openly that I wasn't super excited about it until the moment I opened the box and had it in my hand, because them shits are light as fuck. Like feel weightless. Like the upper is like magnificently light. They're super comfortable. Not as comfortable as the Reacts from before.
Yeah.
The
actual Epic
performance.
React.
Yeah, the Epic React is a performance shoe, so it makes sense. It's a lot softer and springier. But for a sportswear shoe, the Element React is extremely comfortable. I wore them like 3-4 days straight after I got them. And the translucent upper just has me. Like being able, because I'm a sock guy. Like I love the multicolor socks. So being able to see your sock through the shoe and accentuate your outfit even more with the sock, just like, oh yeah, they're sick. Really good shoe.
The semi-transparent look I can get behind, just not the whole
Completely
transparent
yeah.
plastic acrylic
Yeah.
upper look.
Know what you mean, yeah.
Where you get the steamy plastic.
Oh yeah.
Sweaty.
Yeah, that
yeah.
steamy look. I gotta pick your brains on this one. People, even before the shoe dropped, shoe of the year.
Nope.
Jeez, that was quick.
No, I don't like.
How is that? the shoe
Personally,
of the
I don't
year,
think
bro?
so.
Is it even a contender?
Nope.
Not even top 5?
Nope.
No.
Not, and that's me though. That's my personal opinion.
Let's do a quick one. What's our top 5 right now? Waterspoons?
Waterspoons, Black Cement 3s.
Did the Waterspoons drop this year? I felt that was so long ago.
March.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Air Max Day,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
JTHs, even though I don't have them.
That's 2.
At most.
Animal Pack?
Yeah.
Air Max 1 or 95?
95 for me.
Ooh.
This is just, I don't know, man. It's so much cleaner. Anyway.
2 more?
3 more, no? 1 more. 1 more, because I said Black Cement 3.
Oh, you said Black Cement 3. That's 4. Yes,
Sean
one more.
Witherspoon. The Currys were dope.
Curry
Air
Max
1.
1.
Oh, God. Every time I hear Curry now, I think Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry.
Like,
Stephon.
even,
Wow.
I would even
Marbury.
put the actual React over the React 87.
Really?
Yeah, the Epic Reacts over the Elements.
Just the regular Epic React, yeah. Like,
The OG ones.
Yeah.
I like that silhouette over that.
Can we all agree with Alvin's top 5?
Nope.
No.
Lawrence, what's your, what are you replacing?
Mine would probably be JTH.
Yeah.
Sean Witherspoon. Like, this is not in any order.
Yeah,
Sean Witherspoon. Black Cement 3.
Okay, I was gonna question you. If
Quay
those weren't in there.
54, Jordan 3.
Ooh.
And
real quick.
And then he's like family and friends, Quay 54.
honestly, maybe.
How-
I don't know. Like, just for like sheer uniqueness, thought and design process, and originality, you kind of have to put. That didn't come out yet. You kind of have to put the Element React up there in that sense.
Something different.
Because it's definitely something different, and I love like I don't know, just like the OG vibes, but the futuristic retro vibes almost. Like it's like it was made in 1987, but like made to look like it's 2018. Like this is what shoes are gonna look like in 2018.
I guess.
So question.
Yeah.
Do you see this shoe being a timeless shoe?
No, of course not.
That's why it's not in my top 5.
But neither is the Quay
don't-
54
I
Jordan 3
It's a
either.
3.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
I know it's a 3. But
I
yeah.
hate that question kind of, especially when we talk about shoes that just released like yesterday or this morning. Mostly because like we haven't seen it do something in the time span. Does that make sense? I don't know. I should write this in an article. I'm going to take notes. I should get my thoughts down sometime.
Joel, what's your top 5 so far
Oh
this year?
man, I don't know. It's all like Sean Witherspoons, of course.
I think that's in all of ours.
It's in all of ours. Black Cement 3s.
I think that's in all of ours.
I would also throw in the Elements in there.
Interesting.
How many is that? 3?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yes.
Something off-white. maybe.
Off-white.
Maybe
No
the
one's like
Jordan
UNC ones. Yeah.
Maybe even like the Chicago ones.
Those were last year.
Last year, bro.
Oh, that was last year.
Mhm.
It was the white on whites
Maybe
or
the
the
white on whites.
UNC?
White on white and UNC was this
Maybe
year.
their friends
Yeah.
and families. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else.
It's been a busy year, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Like a very busy
Yes, it
year.
has.
Every year is a busy fucking year.
This year feels like it more than usual, though. I
Yeah.
feel like Nike's trying to push back like
Fire,
crazy
fire,
after
fire.
Yeah.
Because of the
whole
Yeezy.
Adidas taking over the top spot or whatever, or second spot, and Nike has been like relentless this year.
Yeah.
Just going in.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick a top 5 because I really can't make up my mind just
No,
yet.
it's hard,
If you
man.
asked me
It's
tomorrow, it
hard.
would probably change.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about it again later this year. Last topic I wanted to bring up for this week in Kicks was via John Wexler of Adidas. This is pretty freaking huge. The Three Stripes said they'll be using only recycled plastics in all of their products
Lit.
by 2024.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
round of applause. They said no more virgin plastics in offices, retail stores, warehouses, distribution centers,
Wow.
etc. Saving about 40 tons of plastic a year
Crazy.
Crazy.
It's a lot of plastic.
starting this
A lot
year.
of plastic.
That's
Yo.
really good.
Shout out to Adidas. That's
Shout out to them. That's
freaking
I
massive.
feel like
Very forward.
Parlay
yeah,
had a hand in that.
absolutely.
I love this initiative.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Now, if could you imagine literally if all the other brands jumped onto this initiative?
It usually just takes one, and then
I know,
like even just
because
like,
then it's just competition at that point. It's-
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
like, if
we're
one
gonna
person
save
does it,
more
yeah.
plastic.
Yeah, watch us save even more things.
We're gonna save rubber.
We're not even gonna make shoes anymore. Huh?
Look at these, invisible.
Fizzy shoes.
Before we get into the topic of the episode, we have some promos. First up, Crown League. I believe I'm going to try to make it out this week.
Yeah.
Lawrence, you're going.
Yeah, I was there last week.
Alvin, are
Going
you
this
reaching?
week.
Do you plan to?
I got a wedding, man.
Oh,
yeah.
you do. Kuya Joel, are you going to bring Jomar?
I have going. Well, I'm going to be at a tournament.
Oh, you got your own
Baltimore.
Crown
His own
League.
crown.
This
League.
week or last
man,
week?
Fiesta
No, next
Ball.
week is
Next
the
week.
last
I'll
week.
be there
Yeah.
next week
Yeah.
then.
Okay. I will try to make it out for next week as well.
I'll try to make it out
because
for
the
next
finals would be sick to see. Yeah, Crown League is fun. I remember just going last year. Definitely an experience. The vibe is so cool. Lawrence, you went last week. Loved it.
Yeah, it's nuts. I love it there.
I cannot wait to go this
Any
week.
NBA
so fun.
players yet?
Not that when I was there, no. Not that I saw.
Because I remember last year was
like every
Norman,
week.
Norman,
Powell,
Norman.
yeah.
Norm Powell,
Corey Joseph
Brady
was-
Heslip was there. Corey
Yeah.
Joe came.
Heslip
Kelly
was
Olynyk was
putting her
there.
Olynyk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right, DeLon.
DeLon
DeLon
Wright was
played.
there.
Right. That's right.
That's correct.
On August 12th, Soul Exchange has an event in Toronto. The 99 Sudbury, 12 to 6 p.m. Hit up Soul Exchange Canada on Instagram to see more infos and such. Our homie Flippin' Laces has an event on the 18th called Just Kickin' It.
Yeah.
That is free of charge. So if
Crazy.
you guys are even just contemplating going,
Just
I don't
go.
even
Just
know why
go,
you're
fam.
contemplating, man.
Go.
Just
It's
do
not
it.
a complementation
Yeah,
thing.
just
It's
do
a
it.
Just
goal
go
thing.
and kick it
Just
with
do it.
some of us because Lawrence won't be there.
Do it.
Wait, are we all gonna, are the three of us going to be there without Lawrence?
Yeah, man. I'll reach.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Now this group of guys named Canada Got Soul have some dumb thing on the 11th.
Never heard of it.
It's called like Suhaul.
So how?
Shuhal. We've got more information coming up real soon.
Real soon. We found a venue, folks.
Yes,
Crazy.
we are
found a
finalizing.
venue.
We are finalizing details. And yeah, we're gonna get that out real
It's
quick.
coming.
Yeah, we're excited.
Wait for it.
We are very
Coming.
excited. Now, real quick, if you haven't listened to the last episode, we had a special guest named Jaffe. He is the one behind Soul Exchange Canada. He talks about how it came to be, and he drops some knowledge and opens some minds about how to grow a sneaker community and such. So please go back if you have not and check out episode 19 with Jaffe. Yeah, moving on. Topic is custom kicks. First, let's define it for the folks who don't know or just can't put two and two together. What to you guys would be a custom pair of shoes?
It's just altering a shoe that a manufacturer has made after it's been manufactured. Like I wouldn't consider Nike ID a custom. I consider it because it comes from Nike.
Okay.
So it's it's a different, I don't even know, subsection but the brand made it. It's a colorway or a style or an alteration made by somebody who's not the brand after the shoe has been manufactured. Yeah. Yeah.
Nailed it.
You can still argue that Nike ID or like My Adidas and Under Armour now has one.
Yeah. UA Icon.
It's kind of
You could argue it. I just don't think it is.
You sort of customize it. No, I totally get it though.
It's customized, but I wouldn't consider it a custom.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It's customizing is sort of like an aftermarket thing.
Yeah.
A secondary market.
Yeah.
Not coming straight from the source.
Yeah. If it's coming straight from the source, I don't consider it a custom. Like you were able to customize the product
With the brand.
with the brand, and the brand manufactured it and they gave it to you.
So not even bespoke, like Nike's bespoke program is
I wouldn't
considered.
consider it custom.
It's not. Yeah.
Because
No,
they're
it's
making
not.
you a customized shoe for
Yeah.
yourself.
Customized.
Yeah.
But you have like
Okay,
certain,
yeah.
It's
certain
options. You
things to
choose the
from.
options. Yeah. Yeah. Like
Oh,
it's like
okay.
if you get a car, you
Yeah,
choose
yeah.
the options.
I get it. So
gives you
you're
more
so instead of customizing a shoe, you're technically designing it
there you go.
with the
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah.
Ah,
Co-designer.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
There you
Customizing is not to be confused with restoring.
No.
I think a lot of people do that. Joel, you just had a shoe restored.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Shout out to Konatsky. That's at KNO.
K-A?
TSKY.
Check him out on Instagram. He's got some pretty dope shit out there. The way he does it, it's clean and flawless. I had my 2003 Viotex done. The air bubbles were gone. I can pretty much squish them and they would touch each other. And I was like, I don't know. I didn't even wear them that much. And that's what got to me.
Damn it, shoes.
Like, man.
But yeah, he did some really good work.
He did really good work on them. Really good work on him. We scooped up the air bubble because it's got to be like that purple sort of resemblance of the Viotech, that Viotech purple, right? So we scooped it up off of the Dynamic Berry. We used that midsole. The Dynamic Berry is the Air Max
colorway
one,
of the
yeah,
Air Max one.
that just dropped. I don't know, earlier this year.
That
It's
was
that
your
purple with
donor
the
shoe.
yellow.
Yeah.
So we used that, and he did a phenomenal job on them. Clean, real clean.
So yeah, restoring is essentially just bringing life back into a shoe.
Pretty
back
much,
to
yeah.
its original form. You're not really like changing the visual
No.
aspect
Yeah.
of it.
So he pretty much just swapped out the midsoles and repainted it. We used the same original that gum sole on the Viotex. We slapped that back onto the Dynamic Berry midsole, and he just did his magic, and it just came out perfectly.
Yeah.
Sick.
So dope. Now I'm gonna keep going back to you, Kuya Joel. I love going to these questions because you're like our biggest brother here. What would you say was how or where customizing started?
Oh man, I don't even know how to answer that. Customizing, I would probably say, I don't even know. Maybe just like the Air Legend guys. Oh, no, that's the restoration.
Now, would you do Mr. Cartoon?
Mr. Cartoon, Mosh.
Ooh.
Mosh.
Mosh.
No,
for sure.
I want to take it back even further where dudes were. Would you consider like lace swapping customizing your shoes?
An early
Yeah.
way, I guess. Of
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah. Throwing fat laces.
Yeah.
Maybe even doing like the checkerboard lacing.
All those
The
graffiti
bars,
artists.
yeah, the bars lacing.
Yeah,
like-
different types of lacing your
Yeah,
shoe.
like different types. Even coloring the stripes on a shoe,
Yeah.
and just adding your
and
personal touches.
the
Yeah,
Adidas.
Adidas. Yeah.
Hey.
Like when I was a kid, I couldn't afford Vans back then, and my dad got me a pair of shoes from Byway, and it's pretty much Byway's like a sort of like a dollar store
Yeah.
kind of department store back in
Yeah.
the day. But he got me a pair of like all white. It looked like they were slip-ons pretty much. And what I had done, because I wanted the checkered,
Oh,
look
no
on
way.
I took a pen and I just made perfect lines and I just did the checkered and I colored them in with pens. But the problem was when it rained,
Oh, no. It
it
bled.
ran. So
It lasted
my-
2.5
yeah.
days.
It turned to blue. So,
Oh, no.
so yeah.
Why do you guys think like customs even like came to be?
It's because you're throwing your personal touch on a shoe. Like I wanted the checkers, so I did a checker. If I wanted like Garfield, I draw Garfield on them or whatnot, right? So you're throwing like your personal touch, your personal ideas on a shoe. And I guess that's custom, air quotes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's just something that you are unable to get at retail.
Yeah.
Like you want to
Yeah.
create something that hasn't been created.
Yeah.
So you want to make it's definitely making it your own, but at the end of the day, it's like this doesn't exist in any other way, so I have to do it myself or I can't have it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
I also think it's a way for people who are creatives to express themselves through shoes.
Exactly.
Just like, and then a lot of times too, people or like customizers would just create the shoe just so they can be the only ones with that type of look.
That's true
Yeah.
too.
That
Yeah.
one of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember your first experience with customs?
Airbrush.
Yeah.
When like airbrushing was huge back in the day, or like on
And like
t-shirts
the
and
long,
stuff?
the big long
Jeans
tees.
and stuff,
Yeah, like people would airbrush their Air Forces.
Yeah, man.
And they just put like a design on the Air Force.
Yeah.
Even their Timberlands, right? Like they put on the
Yes,
Timberlands
yes,
and
yes.
stuff. So that
That's
was
when-
that was when I first experienced like customizing
Yeah. That's when they would throw on like the Louis Vuitton
on the Air Force.
on the Air
stuff,
Forces.
yeah.
Yeah,
and, like,
Gucci. You saw everything on the friggin' Air Forces, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But instead of the actual Louis Vuitton materials, it'd be drawn on.
Yeah.
I remember my first like experience was with our homie, mine and Alvin's homie, Must Be Sunny.
yeah.
I remember going into his basement, and he had like his shoe rack there, and like I think it was either a Dunk High or an Air Force One High, and he just had like a fat tongue just sticking out, and it was like Spider-Man, and it was airbrushed. And at
Yeah,
that
see,
point, I was.
airbrush, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was on the
Yeah, I
tongue, and
remember
then like at that time, I was super obsessed with my comic books and superheroes and stuff. So seeing that, I was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
I actually want that."
Airbrush.
Airbrushed. Yeah, man.
We shouted them out last week, but do you guys remember Toronto Loves Kicks' events?
Yeah.
Like those design events?
yeah,
Yeah.
man.
They actually asked me to take part in them a whole
Yeah,
bunch of times.
You did a couple.
Sidebar, this actually led to me working at an Adidas event while I was working part-time, I think,
Yeah, you were part time.
at Nike.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't post anything because we didn't want you to get caught.
Yeah, Alvin was foot still.
It was at a Foot Locker managers meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had a whole shoe design thing there where, so they'd give us an empty blank canvas basically at these events, and you'd have to basically go through 2 or 3 rounds of drawing on shoes with like Sharpies, and people would vote at the very end to see who would be like the best designer. I don't think I've ever won, but it's okay. I'm not salty. Maybe I was the day of, but you know. But yeah, no, at that Adidas event, we had like a pair of superstars.
Yeah, it was like all white,
Yeah.
white superstars.
Yeah, that was fun. I remember doing, I think my final round one was like a David Beckham inspired pair. That was a reach. I didn't have too many fans there. Growing up loving sneakers, did you guys ever think customizing was going to get this big?
No.
No.
Not really, no.
Really?
Like there wasn't that many people doing it back in the day.
Yeah.
Like it was a very select few people who were actually doing it. And if you were doing it, maybe you were either doing it yourself or it was, like I said, a select few people. So the fact that it's like a job for some people now it's cool, but it's also surprising to see how
Yeah.
far it's come.
Yeah.
And that same thing along with restorations, like the fact that people can make a living off of restoring sneakers, like old shoes and repainting and swapping midsoles. Like I feel like even Nike never even thought that people would go to that
for
sort
sure.
of length
To that extent.
to maintain and restore and preserve the product that they released 10, 15, 20 years ago. Like people would want to maintain it and like preserve it for that long. So it's really cool. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I'm on the fence about customs, to be honest, but yeah,
Me too.
It's really cool.
Me too. It is. You're right. It's amazing to see that this sneaker world that we enjoy so much is big enough for people to have this type of a living through it. Okay, so we started already listing off who the customizers were. Who were the first couple that you guys?
Mr. Cartoon.
Mr. Cartoon.
He was an airbrusher?
No, he just
pinstripe, like classic Mexican pinstripe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he collaborated a couple
On an
times.
Air Force
Yeah,
One,
yeah,
no?
Air
a few Air Force ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Even like a Cortez. I think he did a Cortez.
And you guys mentioned Mosh. We actually
Mosh,
went
yeah.
to meet and greet
It was a T-Dog's kiss.
with him. Yeah, at the Badass Shoe Museum.
Badass Shoe Museum.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
That was a
man.
long time
He
ago.
wasn't even that. He was big, but he wasn't.
No,
where he is now.
He wasn't like big.
Yeah. I remember the first piece that blew me away was the Iron Man one.
Yeah.
I think it was on the LeBron 10.
He did a lot of bronze. He brought a lot
Yeah.
of bronze that day. I remember we went back to, so the event was done. He's like, cause we were all talking to him about all his like dope customs, and he's like, guys, wait. And he brought a pair of LeBron, I think they were 9s. Yeah, LeBron 9s, cause it was just after the 8. And he did it in like what colorway was it? I think it was like a Joker.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like custom that he did, and it was like
Absolutely bonkers.
ridiculous.
So at that time, it was what? Just Mosh. That's from what I knew.
For the most part, like
the
big customizers. Like there was always the smaller local ones. Like Dom's Restoration was a huge one.
Yes.
Yeah. Who did a lot of stuff for us. I think he's done stuff for me personally. My thing with customs is I really like them when they don't look custom. Like that's, to me, is when it's the best.
like Sabotage.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff.
Oh, Sabotage does
Like,
such wicked shit.
If it looks like it could have released, that's when I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's something super outrageous, like I can think of, I don't know who did them. It was probably Mosh. There's the Iron Man Air Mag, and there's also
and
there's
like
also
the
a Buzz Lightyear Air
Oh,
Mag.
yeah.
Like those are so outrageous, but they're so well done and simplistic in their design overall that it looks like yes, maybe like it may be a reach, but just the fact that it's like clean enough that it could look like it could release at retail is what usually gets me on customs.
No, I totally get you. With customs, I often get upset if there's a really, really good custom. Why? And it's because you know me, like I'm one of those guys who it has to be like an officially licensed piece of something. So if I see I think it was shout out Lee Tara. She showed me a Jordan 1, and I think it was like a Marvel Avengers one, and it was like clean artwork on every panel, and I'm like, I'm upset because I really like them, but I don't know if I would ever like spend money to get a pair of shoes with like it's in a way not legitimate.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's weird because customs aren't really considered fakes.
No, they're not fakes. Like I said, it's an alteration.
Do you remember that point of time where people would like color certain shoes in a specific colorway and then those would be branded almost unauthorized or fake?
What?
No?
No.
Or maybe that was just me. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. But I remember like people would just have their custom pair of shoes on in like some random colorway, and then I would just assume that they were a fake pair of shoes. Did you guys ever do that?
Yeah. I mean, if I see a colorway that never existed, my first thought is usually not that it's a custom, it's that it's a fake, because the fake industry is so massive.
That is what I mean.
Yeah. That's why, I don't know, I guess that means it's a really good custom though. If people think it's a real attempt at a fake pair, if that makes any sense, and that's kind of cool. That means they did a good job,
or a real bad job,
So now, but nowadays there's tons of massive customizers.
Lots.
Jack the Ripper, he's out in Calgary.
Yeah, Jay the
Crazy.
Ripper.
There's
Shoe Surgeon, who is very similar in style to Jay the Ripper.
Okay, so I was going through Shoe Surgeon's account, and I saw the other night that he made a full size run of Nike React Element 87s.
In leather.
In the leather.
In the most premium leather.
Yeah.
And he made a full size run. Do you know how much he was selling each one for?
Probably a rack or something stupid.
2.5 racks.
Yeah.
US dollar. $2,500 US dollars each. What is your guys' opinion on that?
He's got to make money. He's probably paying premium for that premium leather.
Yeah, like that stuff doesn't come
You know what I
cheap.
mean? And then like for him to cut all of it to the shape that he needs it, stitch it. It just takes time, right? So this man's gotta make a profit somehow.
Yeah.
And because he is so well known for that, he knows celebrities and shit. Like
True.
he'll price that stuff, and then the people will buy it. Like it's not even a thing.
clients.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, but had he not been so big, I mean, I feel like he wouldn't price it as high as he.
Yeah.
True.
does
But
right now.
Yeah, it's like you're an artist. If you're in such a high demand, then your time
Very
is
true.
worth a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
So if it takes you 4 hours to make it, and it costs you $500 for all the other materials, then that's not unreasonable to me to charge that much, because you could be spending your time making something else, a specific order for a specific client, for that much anyways. That's just with any kind of artist though. Like, your time is worth whatever you think it's worth.
Time is money.
Like, people will tell you what your time is worth by if it sells out or not. So, and I'm assuming it did. So
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look into that.
I'm
yet.
gonna assume it sold out.
You guys are making me proud with all this artist talk. I actually went to his website. He sells like his leather scraps.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn cool. And if you don't know what shoe lasts are, it's like the foot mold that you use to wrap your materials around to get that silhouette. And then he actually sells like the Air Force One Low, the Air Jordan 1, the Air Max 1, and the Air Jordan 3 molds.
Wow, that's cool.
Of those. Yeah, and he even I saw that he even has like a package of the Air Force One Low patterns. So if you really wanted to, you'd buy that.
Yeah.
And then you could literally just build your own Air Force One.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
cool.
crazy. But I did notice though that he was selling classes, or he has classes.
He's coming to Toronto.
One of them, one of the shots that I saw was, I think it was in a Jordan store.
Whoa.
Yeah, he did it. I think recently, like last
Yeah?
year, did a class,
I
or he
remember
came
that.
to Toronto and was in the Jordan store. Yeah,
Oh, was
Wow.
he?
yeah, that sounds like a thing.
And I know Jack the Ripper had something with
Jay the
Adidas
Ripper was
as
with
well.
Adidas. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I find it really cool that brands are actually willing to reach out to customizers who essentially rip the designs apart
Yeah.
and just like do their own thing with it. They're not seeing it as a means of stealing artwork. Because if you think of it that way, where like you see, like, for example, like a comic book artist, and you see another artist who takes inspiration from that, they're obviously going to get ripped apart because they copied someone else. If they're trying to pay homage to it or something like that. Like, oh, you're just taking his design, his layout, and this and that. But no one is going to Jack the Ripper. No one's going into Shoe Surgeon and being like, yo, like, design your own shit.
I think it's because they're technically improving it or making it like a higher class or quality.
Yeah, but when Henderscheme did that with the Jordan 4, they got shit on, no?
Just mixed reviews.
Mixed
Yeah,
reviews.
Yeah.
I loved it.
But didn't they get sued or something like that?
not that I know of.
No?
Not that
Okay.
I heard of. Yeah, I'm really, even more so than customs, I'm so torn up about like reconstruction and deconstruction.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, that's essentially what Jay the Ripper
that's
and,
what they do.
and Shoe
Yeah.
Surgeon are doing.
They
yeah.
take, but like if you're, say for the Element React, you have the whole shoe, you rip off the entire upper and reconstruct the entire upper. Like, is it even an Element React anymore? It's just a sole. You made the upper yourself.
I think it is technically due to the design and silhouette of it.
It's designed off that for sure. But to me, like, it's not even a Nike shoe anymore. It's not the materials that they chose, and you did it. You made it yourself. Like, you sat
Yeah, but
there.
Nike does it to their own shoes at the same time.
No, I know, but we're not talking about Nike doing it. We're talking about these guys doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
but-
if they take the top off the shoe, and then they put something else in completely different materials, and sew it themselves and make it their own, like, and reconstruct it with something completely new. Like, you're building something new. To me, you're building something new on top of, even if it's just the sole of the actual shoe, and then you're building on top of it. To me, it's like think about Jay the Ripper. Like, I'm not saying these pieces are friggin' beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just so torn
they
up because, like,
kill it.
think about the Bape Jordan 1, for example. That Jay
that
the Ripper
blew
did.
up. Yeah.
He did like the
Yeah.
blue or whatever. Like, he takes off he just has the sole. It's literally just a Jordan 1 sole.
And
then
the
you-
swoosh is that Bapesta
The swoosh,
star.
the swoosh is the Bapesta star.
Yeah.
And then it's made out of Bape material.
Yeah.
It's like, is it even a Jordan 1 anymore? Like, it's definitely
I think-
inspired by
yeah.
it, and it's shaped like it because you had, like you said, you use the last
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But like, it's your own materials, it's your own stitching. You put it together yourself, and all you used from Nike, like the only materials that are from Nike, is the Jordan sole.
Is the outsole.
Is the outsole, yeah,
Yeah. I guess you can use that argument with the Henderscheme type of thing.
yeah, same thing.
Even if it has no Jordan branding, you know it's a fucking Jordan 4.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah,
Minus the midsole, outsole
yeah, exactly.
type of thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm so torn up about it, because I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm just imagining it, and to me, it's like this guy made it. Like, it's not
Yeah.
like you call it a Jordan 1 Bape, but it's a Jay the Ripper Bape.
Yeah.
Because you use the Jordan 1 outsole, but the upper is all you.
It's weird because it always comes down to, what is the word? Objectivity. It's what you interpret what the artist's piece is. So to me, like when you like the React Element 87s, if it has every single panel that Nike intended it to have, I believe it's that. But it's weird in my head as you're describing Jay the Ripper's Bapesto ones. To me, it's not a 1.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is it weird? I don't know. It's funny.
Yeah.
But shout out to like even the littler guys,
Falsey
30. ZV Customs, I don't know if he's little
Local.
anymore, but he's always at Soul Exchange Canada's events. He's got some crazy shit.
There's another one, True North Customs, I think.
True
there is.
North.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. How do you guys feel about going off of the Bape thing when people take materials from like Louis Vuitton and Supreme and shit and just throw it on a shoe?
That's the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Like it's just so weird because you could take the dunk sole and then shape, and you're essentially shaping materials into an upper that look like a dunk.
Yeah.
But what if you shaped it into a superstar upper on a dunk sole? Is it a dunk? Like, what is it?
It's a fusion shoe now.
It's a fusion, but wasn't it a fusion shoe before anyways? Because you just made it look like a dunk. It's not a dunk. You made it yourself look like a dunk. It's such a fine line. Like, it's definitely art. Like, it's absolutely beautiful.
What I'm asking though is like when
Like slapping it on?
Yeah, literally just, or like for, like to give an analogy of it, it's like when people take the fucking Louis Vuitton pattern and throw it all over their whips.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
That's
Just
pretty
stealing the patterns and like getting like Burberry patterns and throwing it on their pairs of
that
shoes.
That can be kind of tacky. I thought you meant like the actual materials, because it's pretty cool when they use the actual materials.
Yeah, see that, yeah. it's so different. It's always up for interpretation.
Of course, yeah. I don't know. That's kind of tacky to me.
Yeah.
But sometimes tacky is good.
Yeah.
That's Supreme Louis Vuitton print just played out as fuck, though.
Honestly, my biggest pet peeve with customs is when it's shit like you draw on the Supreme logo. Or you draw on other patterns from other brands. Type of thing. Because at least with the thing where you do grab the materials from the actual pieces and like products that you're pulling from, at least those are like legitimate elements and materials. You know what I mean? I think it's like mad cheesy I think that's a better example of what people do with their cars than it is, with like pulling the actual materials and stuff for the panels and such.
It's just such a fine line.
I know, but this is why it's such a good discussion.
Yeah, it's a really good discussion.
Yeah.
It's just such a fine line for me, because like when does it? Because then you can even say like if you. Like, so you have an Air Force One, you just unstitch the swoosh and stitch the Louis Vuitton pattern on it with actual Louis bag material.
Yeah.
To me, that's still an Air Force One.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, then let's say you take off the strap and you just redo the strap. Okay, it's still an Air Force One. Maybe just the toe box. Okay, it's still like, where do you draw the line where taking off the original materials and putting on your own shit and reshaping it and stuff? Where do you draw the line between it's a restoration or like a reconstruction and it's just custom?
Yeah.
Or it's just an alteration. Like it's honestly up to interpretation.
I think all of that falls under customizing. It's just different branches of customizing.
Or different levels too.
Yeah. There's levels to this shit. What do you guys think? I just cut myself off. Of the stuff that like, even the stuff that like Mosh started, where it's like it's just full blown painted pieces on pairs of shoes.
I'm not a huge fan of that. Unless cool. It's definitely cool if it was something to not wear and it was like something like very sentimental and I wanted to put it on a shoe.
Right out of my fucking
display
brain.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I needed something sentimental and I thought like, yo, like Canada Got Soul, we all love the Jordan 3 and like I want to do a Canada Got Soul Jordan 3 with all our faces on it. Like I
Mount
would do
Rushmore
that. Yeah,
shit.
like Mount Rushmore of like CGS on a Jordan 3. Okay, that's kind of cool.
That should be a t-shirt.
That should be a t-shirt. That would be sick. Yeah.
I don't know if people would wear my face on it.
Staff tee.
We could just do like cute little Funko Pop looking faces.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like emojis.
Ooh.
But yeah, to me that's cool. Like I like that. But when you're like you guys were talking about like the Joker stuff where you're like airbrushing the Joker's face and like to me that's a little bit too much for me.
Like I wouldn't wear it.
If it's too much for me, that means it's a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's not too much that's too much for me.
Not to wear, but
Yeah.
like just
To display.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite things that Mosh and even Dom did, Dom's Restorations, whenever he did customs, it looked like it was a official collaboration.
That's what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Dom, I don't know what he's doing now again because he ghosted again. But remember when
I think
he
he
came,
actually has been listening to this.
remember
So what
when
up,
he,
Dom?
Yeah, Dom.
Hello.
I think I
Please
still
come
have
back.
that project for you. Do you remember when he posted that back heel tab of the Jordan 4 with the Raptor
Yeah.
logo
yeah,
and it was
yeah,
popped
yeah.
out? What? Like, where do you get that?
Like he's done shit for me. Like I have an all volt pair of Jordan 4s.
Oh, the glow in the dark
Oh,
joints.
glow in the dark on the
Ooh.
sole and on like the wings. They glow in the dark.
What
but
were
to me,
those?
they were classic green Jordan 4s.
Or the yellowing with the yellowing mesh.
Yeah.
So I just like
yeah.
completely customized them. Yeah. So I made like a tennis ball Jordan 4, and then he also did our Canada Got Soul Air Force 1.
Yes, he did.
But same
Those are
thing
clean.
to me. That's a little bit too much with all the branding on the strap and the heel. So I've never worn them.
yeah.
Because to me it looks custom.
Yeah.
The Volt look fucking sick. Like they
Yeah.
look like they could potentially
belong.
release. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it belongs like that.
Yeah.
So I've worn the fuck out of those. Like
Yeah.
the paint's coming off because they wear them so much.
Yeah.
And that's another thing, guys. If you're gonna customize your shoes, do it right the first time.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna restore it, do it right the first time because like you're gonna ruin it even more if you try to paint on it and then you don't let it set or you don't put enough layers or whatever and it peels or it drips or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you're fucked. It looks like crap.
I mean, going back to how big customs have gotten, it's everywhere now.
Yeah.
NBA, MLB, NFL, yo, WWE. Mosh has been doing
Very
custom,
big, yeah.
Yeah.
custom stuff for WWE wrestlers, superstars.
John Cena.
Yeah.
So
Ronda
sick.
Rousey, he did a pair.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah. The Reebok joints, the Reebok Classics, I believe.
That's the weird thing to me. These guys are so rich and famous. Like Steph Curry has custom Currys.
Yeah.
Can't you just get it, bro?
I know.
Why don't you just hit
get
up
it
your
straight?
boys? And be like, yo, I want it to. Make
Or is
this.
it a thing where the or the brand's manufacturers don't have an artist there?
They can't even do it.
I can't do that.
Or it could just be like it's like you just want a piece from that artist.
That's true too.
You don't really
you-
want.
It's like something where you support.
Yeah,
them.
it's not the same thing as if someone tries to do the same. If someone tries to do it for you, it's not the same as if Mosh was going to do it because he
That's
has
very
his
true.
specific style or his
Yeah.
specific touch to it.
Very, very true. You're right.
So, at what point would you guys actually go out and get a customized shoe? Or would you? Would you ever? Lawrence has.
Yeah, I have a couple, and they're very specific.
I get a Sabotage shoe.
Ooh.
Air
Shout out
Max.
to Sabotage.
Yeah, his Air Maxes. And stuff.
He had
He-
Air Max's Dunks, fucking.
The thing with Sabotage too, he's had official collaborations with Nike.
yeah. But his collaborations, they look like it should be like a fucking
Actual.
just the release.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean his customs?
Yeah, like all the
Yeah,
all the
for sure.
camo customs that he.
Tiger
Yeah.
camo.
Oh
and
my
stuff like
goodness!
that.
Have you guys seen the video of like his assembly line of people painting?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
He has just like a crack
Dude,
team,
watch it.
an A1 sauce
Yeah.
team
Yeah,
of painters and
Ridiculous.
artists that love that like embrace his style, I guess, and
Yeah.
and they're all just Sabotage.
but like everything is
Team
still
Sabotage.
one of because no pattern is, I guess, exactly the same.
It's like a snowflake.
Yeah, like it's the same, but it isn't. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
oh,
No,
I
Yeah.
love it. Great. I need
Yeah,
a
do you
pair.
guys have any favorite like customizers in the game right now?
Customize.
I mean, Sabotage for me, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been a fan of his though. Even
Yeah,
with
very
his
true.
collabos.
Yeah.
Nothing in particular, really. No.
No.
Like I said, I'm super on the fence about customizations. There's a bunch that I support.
Oh, for sure.
Like and like same with like Jay the Ripper, Falsey, like True
Yeah.
Love, like all those guys. Like do great work. It's just not for me, but that doesn't mean that I won't support it and
Yeah.
be all in for them.
Yeah.
Like do your thing because some of the stuff they produce is sick.
I've thought about like a restoration / custom.
So it's a custom.
Yeah, because I have this pair of
What is
like
it?
Air Max 90s.
Do you want to say it, or do you try not to have anyone steal your shit?
I don't care.
It'd be a surprise for
It's
everybody.
like a really
Surprise.
old, really old pair of Air Max 90s. They're dope. Like the leather's premium. They're like a brown with like a little bit of caramelly brown.
Yeah.
But like the midsole is like a caramelly brown. And I've always felt that if the midsole was just white, it would look so much cleaner.
Yeah.
And I
love
tried
small things like that are so good. Like
Yeah.
small hits
like
that
just
you
like that,
personally-
right?
Yeah.
And like the paint started cracking, so I personally started trying to take off that caramelly brown paint on the midsole, but it's ugly as fuck.
You fucked it up.
Yeah, so now like I've always thought to like give it to one of like the restorers or customizers and just let them just white it out. And I would still rock that shoe. It's creased to shit, but the leather is still amazing. So I don't know, like that kind of custom I'm thinking about right now, of like older shit that I want people to fix.
But nothing like outrageous. Like you just want small alterations to the stuff that you think would look more fly. You're like, yo, Nike, honestly, this is sick, but
Like
little
you should
bit
just put
more.
white
Peep
midsole,
this
bro.
real quick.
Check this out.
Joel, did you have any inklings of getting a custom done or anything like that?
Not really. It's more or less for me. It's restoring like my old stuff, and
You prefer to have your timeless pairs of shoes as opposed to
exactly, man.
Yeah.
Like to rock them once again for more than like a handful of times.
Yeah.
So
what have you restored? Because I know you've done the Viotex as
yeah.
of recently, but what else have you done?
I also did. I actually swapped myself a pair of the Black Supreme lows.
So if you need a pair of shoes restored, please hit up Joel.
No.
The 3 O's.
I think that was the first and
Just
last
joking.
time.
Yeah,
I
he's
ever-
his own client.
Yeah, like my hands, like I have carpal tunnel, and it started acting up. So I was like, I can't do this no more. So yeah, don't hit me up for anything.
Reverse plug.
Yeah.
Because you do
Unplug.
reshapes too, right?
I reshaped.
You
I reshaped my Air Max ones. Like
You should write
the banana.
a how-to article on how to run that because
Yeah,
I always
but-
see in your DMs or in your I don't have access to your
See in
account.
your DMs.
I always because I'm always sliding in it.
Wait a
I
minute.
always see it in your comments where like people are like,
Yeah, how you
"How
do
do
that?
you reshape it?" And you're
And
all
my
just
answer-
like YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Check out the DIYs on YouTube
Yeah.
because they're all over there, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I did that, and what else did I do? I know. Let's see, man.
One of your coolest ones was when you got the heel tab of a Jordan 3 converted
Yeah,
from
yeah.
a Jumpman to the Nike Air.
to the Nike Air. Yeah,
Cheater.
I didn't. I
know.
didn't. I didn't do that. I sent it out to one of my friends, Glenn. Shout out to Glenn. He doesn't have Instagram,
yeah.
but yeah, he did it for me. He's like another OG. Like if he had Instagram, he would just put it this way. He's got DJ AM collection shoes in his stash. So
Damn.
it's
I know they all went up for auction. at one
yeah,
point.
yeah. Like he's got like the dunks and stuff. So it's crazy. But he did my heel tab conversion on my. I think they were from the Countdown pack, the CDP.
Oh wait,
Yeah, the Black Cement 3s. So he did that. But yeah, I cheated.
Yeah. I was gonna say, does that count? Does that count?
Maybe as a custom, it would be considered a custom.
Does
No.
it?
I don't know.
I don't even
Lawrence's
know.
smile.
Like, it's just like,
Like you
that's
could
what
still
I mean.
see, like if you were to stare at it, you could
You
still
can see the outline, right?
The outline of the
Jump
jump
man.
man.
Yeah. He
so
like sands it down and just like
that's what it
built on
was.
top, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, for me, it's just such a fine line. Like you're
Yeah.
dancing between like,
I think though,
is it art? Is it still the
Yeah.
a Nike shoe?
Yeah.
Is it like, did I make the shoe?
no,
It's
that
just-
rebranding thing I think is a totally different story though.
Yeah.
You said it, it's cheating.
Yeah.
I think it's cheating.
Cheated. He couldn't wait till 2018.
But I didn't know it was gonna come.
For me in particular, I think it's a weird thing because I am a artist and two a collector of things.
Yeah.
So with me being a collector, my mentality, even when it comes to t-shirts and shit and like buying pieces of art, it's like, I'd rather have it from an actual published artist or like have it be officially licensed as opposed to getting it from an artist who, that has never done work for that brand or company or whatever. But at the same time, good pieces of art are good pieces of art and I cannot ignore that.
Yeah.
Dumb, if you are actually listening, I am very interested still in doing that Dunk High project that we had planned
years
like
ago.
years ago. Did I ever tell you guys about that one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Akuma Dunk High?
yeah.
Mhm.
Because the Street Fighter pack that Nike SB dropped with Capcom, the Ryu mid was a dunk, the Chun-Li low was a dunk, but the Akuma,
The P-Rod?
the nastiest character in all of Street Fighter history, is a P-Rod
It's
7.
P-Rod, right? Yeah, the P-Rod.
So disappointing. So I had a concept in my head to work with Dom, and the cool part is for this one, I don't want to say it because people.
No, don't say it. They're
Don't
gonna.
say
They're
it.
in Tifa. These Tifa mans. I know you're listening. You Tifa. Back up.
Okay, so fun fact: the insoles in that Street Fighter pack for Nike SB and Capcom came with like a drawing of the character. You guys have seen it at all the shows when I bring out the insoles. And it comes with the character drawing from an artist called Joe Ang. He's one of the first comic book artists that ever got me into comic books from Udon Comics, I think. They published the Street Fighter books. But my favorite artist from the Street Fighter comic books was a guy named Alvin Lee. And
It's a good name.
and I actually know him personally because of all the times I've visited him and talked to him at conventions, and like I've supported him throughout the years and stuff. And I hit him up years ago when me and Dom first started this thing, and he was gonna draw on the insoles for me.
What?
Yeah, so if we can get that going again, let's fucking do it, Dom. And Dom had like patches made from. Okay. Anyways,
If it's
Yeah.
meant to be, Dom will message you. Don't
know.
message Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it's meant to be,
Yeah.
you'll get a text from Dom in like 3 weeks when he's caught up, and he'll be like, "Let's do it."
He'll,
He's gonna whisper through the
he'll
text.
whisper DM you.
so yes. Let's do it. To conclude this discussion, it is pretty damn amazing in the world that we live in now. Allows anyone with a passion for anything to do anything creatively. They get to do anything with their passion and like what they love. No matter the medium, whether it's canvas, whether it's just digital painting, whether it's painting on a freaking sneaker. It's pretty freaking cool.
Quick shout out. Speaking of customs, Sniper Phil,
Ooh!
keep killing it over there, bro.
Yellow
Yeah,
ones are
With this
crazy.
this
guy-
guy's might have a
Hitting them
new
out of the
career
park.
out in front of him because
Yeah.
those painter pant first ones he did, and now the lemon
one-
citron yellow mango one are
He
nuts.
killed
So, yeah.
those ones. I love
So,
the mango ones.
Really good work
Yeah.
on that shit. But yeah, anyone can do it. Just have a vision and make sure you execute it properly. And
Yeah,
anyone
do
can
your
do it.
research. Do your research. For, the last thing you want to do is fuck up a $300 plus shoe. Yeah, insane. What are those? What are you looking at
Speaking
on
of
your phone
customs, Mosh just did a Metallica
right now? You've been lurking.
Levi's 4
Oh.
custom. And they're, yo,
The crazy part about that is how simple it actually is to do.
It
that,
is, it's
and
a
it looks
bleach.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but hold on, is that stitched? He stitched that though.
What is it? What did he
Kill
stitch for
them
the
all?
listeners?
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Oh, is that on the
The tongue.
The tongue. It's like a stitch.
That is nasty. That is nasty.
It's like in there, like swimwear.
It's sick though. Like he literally, we'll probably just cut this out now because we're just going in. But
no,
like,
it's fine. I think
He,
people
like-
go to Mosh275's Instagram and look for the
I don't know if
Jordan
it's painted or if he just like.
Levi 4s.
Oh yeah, he definitely painted
dyed
it.
or,
Yeah,
like,
so it
painted
looks like
in
a
there.
tour shirt. Like it looks like a tour
yeah,
tee. Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, that's a little boy. Okay, we're moving on. If you
That's not a sneaker.
don't want to hear us talk about basketball for the next 10 minutes,
Oh shit!
man.
I
Just cut
forgot
the shit
about
out
this part.
because, oh my god, I am sitting here with my heart shattered in a million pieces. It started this morning.
Kawhi's gonna pick it up. Don't worry.
Ooh.
With his big hands.
He's going to say, don't worry. Maybe.
I got us.
I got it.
No, it's gonna be don't kawaii.
I'm sure if
Stop
you...
Kawhiing.
Stop kawaii.
I'm sure you've all heard it by now, but there has been breaking news that DeMar DeRozan, as well as Pirtle, and a protected first-round pick
Yeah.
for 2019's draft,
Top 20. Yeah.
got traded for Kawhi Leonard and...
Danny Green.
Danny Green.
I was going to say Daniel Green.
Daniel.
I'm sure maybe it's Daniel. Daniel Vert.
He's Canadian now. That's right.
I'm sad.
Yes.
I'm sad.
Definitely bittersweet.
It's definitely bittersweet. Since this morning when it first broke, I was extremely sad. And throughout the day, realizing that it's an absolutely fantastic mood, my feelings have changed. I will definitely miss DeMar. Like, no question. Extremely loyal. Extremely great guy for the community, for the team, for the fans, for everybody. Like, just a great role model overall. Unfortunately, loyalty, there's no trophy for that. Except for from us. Like, here's a trophy from the fans to you. But I think that the Raptors peaked with the team they had And I think it was very evident, especially with this year, like how much more we needed.
Yeah.
And we just picked up a top 5 offensive and top 5 defensive player in the offseason.
Yeah.
Who can potentially bring us above that plateau that we just reached. And if he doesn't, hey, we tried. There's no harm in trying. Like we had to get here somehow. We have to get further somehow. So you got to take a risk at some point. You can't just get comfortable. I'm done with the happy to be here shit.
Yeah.
Like, we need to do something more.
Yeah. And I think what made it worse, or what made it harder for us was seeing how upset DeMar was.
Yeah, because he's always been putting
And how
on
cheesy
for the
was.
city.
Yeah.
And the reason he was so pissed is because they told me it was safe.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
snaked him.
That's a
little bit.
snake move, though. That's a real
Masai.
Toronto man thing, though,
At
but
the
it's
end-
okay.
Yeah, at the end of the
Masai.
day, it was like, Masai was like, yeah, don't worry, DeMar, you're fine. And then he turned to like the others. Yo, this man's out of here.
He turned into a 6 buzz man still.
Oh man.
Yo, this guy thinks he's safe.
Yo, send him to the Spurs quick, dog. I'm gonna take Kawhi still, you know?
Texas.
Yeah, it's definitely bittersweet, though, man. But like Lauren said, it's a business.
It's a business. It's a business.
You know what I mean?
man.
Do you guys think Kawhi will step up?
I hope he does for
I
his
hope.
for his sake.
That's what I'm nervous for.
For his sake and ours. Like,
his
it's,
sake.
it's not
That's
in
what
his
I'm
best interest to play like shit. Like, why? Then you're not going to get any money. Like, you're in the business of playing good basketball.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you play well? Like,
Because
He's-
in a way, he has to sell himself for the season after when he's a free agent.
because he didn't sell himself at all this season. Like, we're taking
Yeah.
a chance on him in the first place.
True.
Like, age-wise and career timeline-wise, he's at the peak of his career, but we don't know because we didn't see him play last year. So he could have completely fallen off, and we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knows how he's gonna play.
But when he's playing his best, he's one of the best players in the league.
monster.
Yeah.
Top 5.
A
five.
monster.
Easily. Defensively, number 1.
Two-way player, man.
Best two-way player in the league. Best defensive player in the league. Top 5 offensive player in the league.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Thanks, Lawrence. What I am excited to see, just as much as I am to see the new Raptors head coach and all,
Yeah, Nick Nurse.
is to see what DeMar DeRozan does under the tutelage of Greg Popovich.
Yeah.
And Pirtle too, young player.
Yeah.
Like, would play well in his system.
And Pirtle is great.
yeah, he would play well.
So much
in
potential.
a pop system. Like
Yeah.
Pop loves
Yeah.
bigs.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
and he's got quick feet, good
and you
passer.
can tell Pirtle is
Duncan.
super fundamentals.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Pop's
He's
gonna love that guy.
Tim Duncan 2.0.
Tim Duncan.
Calling it
2.0.
now.
Yeah, man.
Future Hall of
He's got the
Famer.
hands. He's got
He's
the
got
hands.
good feet, good hands,
Yeah.
soft
Yeah.
touch. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
But yeah,
man.
DeMar needs that. Like he's
No.
been under
I
Dwayne
agree.
Casey for a long time, who
Yeah.
did his best, but I feel like DeMar needs like drill sergeant, like to
Yeah.
drill in his mind, like no hero ball, no hero ball,
Yeah.
no hero ball, no ISO. We don't do that. Like we don't play that.
Yeah.
And now DeMar's got a chip on his shoulder. He's never had like a real chip on his shoulder since
Yeah.
he came into the league because we've always
mean,
just
he-
been
he-
singing his praises.
He sort of put his own chip on his shoulder by
Yeah.
picking us up.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
we were always singing his praises like, yo, you're doing great. Like, thank you
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
for what you've done. But now it's like, okay, Toronto thinks I'm crap. Let me show them I'm not. Let me show the league I'm not. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna go ham this season,
yeah,
man.
I hope he
And
does.
it's not
He's gonna
Toronto. He's going to be upset with Masai.
He's gonna get some vengeance for sure.
I hope it ends up clearing itself up, though. I think it will. I think
Yeah.
it's just a fresh wound right now.
Can we get tickets when they go up for the first Spurs game in Toronto?
Oh, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Do
Let's
it.
go.
Hell
Team
yeah.
field trip?
Let's do it.
Hell
All in?
Yeah,
Let's
box,
go.
box seats, all that. Courtside and box seats at the same time.
I'm
Shit
down.
box seats
Same
will bring the
damn
squad.
time.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm
Let's do it.
down.
But yeah, thank you, DeMar, for everything you did for the
Thank you,
Raptors.
DeMar.
Super
Love that
facts.
Golf
Word.
clap, yeah.
He's not listening to this.
He's a friend of the show. He's
The
listening.
bestest friend.
He'll listen to this before he flies to
I'm
San
holding
Antonio.
up the double C's.
Yep.
Compton.
Compton.
CompCon.
Comp 10, baby. Jeez, I should have went for those Kobe 10 or Kobe 1 Pro DeMars now.
Pro
Shit.
You had a chance too, no?
Not really. No, there was only like 10 pairs of some shit. Anyone had a chance. I have the AD, the DeMar AD.
The white ones,
The
right?
very first one.
Is it the all white?
It's like gray, whitish,
Okay,
like
yeah.
a light
Those are
gray.
nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
hmm
I have shoes he wore.
There you go. Christmas
yeah.
Kobe's.
Nice.
Yep. No, I don't have those.
Okay. Never mind.
Didn't you wear Kobe 11s at some point?
He loved Kobe 11s.
There you go.
Speaking of customs, and a great way to round out the show, Dom's Restorations did a custom Kobe 11 for DeMar
He
DeRozan.
did.
There you go.
Damn, well done, LDoggyStyles.
And with that, everybody,
Thank you, Bram, for the theme song. Thank you to the Sneaker Podcast and Matt and Zach for all of the help with this podcast. If you are listening to us on iTunes, please leave us a review and shoot us some stars.
5. Top five.
Thank you. I've been waiting for that. You haven't done that in a while. If you are tuning in on the YouTubes, drop us a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not.
Subscribe.
We have a group, CGS Talk. You can find that on facebook.com/group/cgs.talk, where we talk it up, sell some things. Hit up CanadaGotSold.ca for our latest pieces. Lawrence has been dropping bombs on all of you. His review of the Element React 87s, his pickup from StockX, the K54 3s. My God, those are hot take real quick. Thoughts, 2 points, go. Okay, great. And he also dropped clearing your own customs.
Yes, how to self-clear your package.
Not customs like drawing on shoes, but customs like mail getting delivered to Canada from the US that is very expensive.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to get
We'll get into that next
fooked
week.
for duties. Okay, cool. I'll write that down for the next outline.
Yeah.
Now, if you'd like to join us on True to Size, if you have any questions or suggestions for Fire Round, shoot us a DM or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. We touched on this last week, but let's do it again. Requirements to be a guest? Not really any.
Just send us your resume and fill out the application form.
And if you have a portfolio, send that through. If you have customs, give us some of those for free.
If you have money, give us all that.
Yep, exactly. No, we just want a opinion. And if you guys have something you feel that is valuable to, what do I want to say?
The world.
Yes, give to the world. Hit us up. Don't be scared. Please. We're just all part of the big family, and we want to talk it up. You don't need to have the most amazing origin story. You could just join in on the discussions and such. So, yeah, don't hesitate. If you want to come in, reach. You can find me at _isspooner, no E. Joel Hernandez, where can they find you?
JO_D, 3 O's, NEY.
Alvin Martinez from Punta Cana? Cuba.
Cuba.
Punta
Where
Cuba.
where can they find you?
MISTRQ and Mark.
Lawrence Hopkins. Where can they find you?
At LDoggyStyles.
Thank you for listening to us. Oh wait, sorry. You can find all of us. My bad. At Canada Got Soul. Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers. Please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We are CGS and we are out. Goodbye.
Love you, Debo.
That was so cute.
That was cool.
I love Debo.
Imagine we could have got him and kept
Cry
Kawhi
face.
and got Kawhi.
Oh man.
What a starting 5.
If only.
I think it's because the Spurs had point guards already, though. Because
Yeah.
I would have preferred to get rid of Lowry.
No, keep Lowry too. Lowry, DeMar, Kawhi, OG, and JV.
Just give him the-
starting 5. Boom.
We have like
Forget the
200
second
point
lineup.
guards.
Trade
Yeah, we
them.
have so many point guards. We
like
just
Van Vliet is.
we just
could be a
signed
starter.
Lorenzo Brown too.
Yeah, we did for a year. For a year from G League.
Yeah, he was the
Nice,
G League
though.
MVP.
He's nice.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
nice, and we
Yep.
have
Yep.
That's why Delon can run point too.
Delon,
So
I
it's
like
like we have
Delon,
so many
Fred
options
Van
as a point
Vliet,
guard.
Lorenzo Brown.
Who do we have we have a lot of shooting guards now too.
We have a lot of players.
If-
We're
Yeah.
deep.
Our bench is deep. It's always deep.
Yeah.
If Kawhi plays, we are a problem.
Yeah,
in the East.
Hell yeah.
if Kawhi plays
Yeah. If he
If
properly.
he plays
If
Yeah.
like a Kawhi,
Yeah,
not like
like
he's
he
Kawhi.
like he
Like if he plays
Kawhi.
with his,
yeah.
with his hands.
Yeah.
True.
Man,
Because he's got big mitts. Too,
yeah, man. If you look at him palm a ball, it looks
crazy.
like
That's why that's his logo.
This is the ball.
Yeah,
his
man.
logo is fire.
Yeah. Just the hand.
Like I heard,
But
like,
it's like the-
he wants to go to LA, or his reason for wanting to go to LA was because he wants to rebrand himself. But like, bro, your brand is that you have no brand.
Yeah,
Like
you're just,
your brand of basketball is I play good basketball.
yeah, your brand is defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
You fucking monster.
Yeah, but he
Like-
be shadowed over by LeBron though.
I don't know. Like, I
He was
don't
even
know.
willing to go to the Clippers too.
Yeah, he just wants to go to
just want
LA.
LA.
Yeah,
It's 'cause
Oh,
of
for
weather.
real?
Yeah,
he's from LA.
he just
I
wants to
believe.
go to LA.
Yeah, it's just a big market, but so is Toronto, man. Like
He doesn't
Yeah.
know.
he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn today.
I hope so. Like here's to,
till
like I said earlier, here's to optimism.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep this going.
Because then we got eras though. We got Vince Carter era, and then we got
Yeah.
like a big dark space.
Well, that was
We
like
got
the Chris Bosh era.
Bargnani, Chris. Oh yeah, even So
Yeah.
you got like
Rafael Araújo.
you got
Who's dead?
first Vince Carter, Chris Bosh,
Calderon.
DeMar DeRozan, and then
Oh,
Kawhi
Calderon
Leonard.
DeRozan. Oh man,
You can't forget about the Damon Stoudemire.
Yeah.
But that was
That's true,
that's
too.
pre Vince Carter. You're correct. You are correct.
Mighty Mouse put us on the map too.
Super
Yeah.
facts. Super facts.
and T-Mac.
Rookie of the year.
yeah.
Yeah. We also had Skip to my Lou for a bit.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Rafer
Rafer.
Alston.
We had
Yeah.
him.
The amount
nice
of
with it.
players that we had.
Big fucking names.
Chauncey.
Billups.
Del
yo.
Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Del Curry with the quick three.
Stephen Curry's
Stupid.
father.
Yeah, man.
No Vader. Who else
Yeah,
did
man.
we have?
I really want a Del Curry's.
Remember when
cherry
we had
jersey. That'd be
Oakley?
sick. Charles Oakley.
We had Antonio Davis.
Yeah.
You guys have a big name. Remember Rudy Gay? Remember that?
Yes, for,
Like,
for
remember?
half a season.
Yeah. And then that was like the turning point in franchise history,
Yeah.
getting rid of Rudy Gay.
Mo Pete,
Mo Pete.
Oh yeah.
Doug Christie.
Yeah.
Every time I think of Mo Pete, I always think of the half court throw up, and then
Oh,
he catches
yeah,
it
yeah,
to
yeah.
tie
Yeah.
the game to OT.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
did we win that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did.
Andre
Oh,
Bargnani guy.
Here's a question.
With the
Who?
first overall pick.
Fuck off with that. Here's a
Tito
question.
Pasta.
Would we retire DeMar DeRozan's jersey?
Yes.
Yes.
I think we should.
I would.
I too would. Would you
Do
build a statue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do a
I don't know
statue.
if I'd go
Like
that
how they
far.
have the statues of the Leafs.
Yeah.
If you're building more than one, yes, DeMar deserves a statue. If you're building just one,
You would need to do Vince.
Vince and-
Vince
for
and
sure.
DeMar.
Vince and DeMar.
Yeah.
And retire both their jerseys. At least retire both their jerseys.
Yeah.
Rumors
Fucking
are.
Garbajosa already wore Vince's number though.
Mm. That's okay.
Stupid
It wasn't retired at that point.
Freaking Garbajosa.
Garbajosa.
Garbage Yosa.
Yeah, that's what I called it.
There should be, like,
garbage.
MLSC should put a ban
Good one, Jar Jar.
on Raptors doing any kind of commercials for any other brands.
Primo pasta and sauce.
Primo Pasta.
Gatorade.
I want the Gatorade.
Oh, and GoDaddy.
GoDaddy, bro. Fucking shit.
Even itty bitty bowlers.
Yeah, you notice how when he stopped being on the commercial, he started playing
Yeah,
better?
the GoDaddy curse. It's a thing.
Yo, but I
Yeah.
can't
Fucking
front. Like the
shit.
best commercial was, "Hey Google,
Yeah, I like that one.
show me how to
Purtle.
bake a cake."
I like the Purtle.
Yeah, and then look what happened in the playoffs.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I know. We
It's
gotta
a curse,
stop.
bro.
We gotta
I
stop
really
showing.
no. Don't say that because I really want to see Kawhi in commercial.
Could you imagine in a GoDaddy
just-
commercial?
Buy this car.
no expense.
Buy a Hyundai.
Yeah.
Kijiji's.
He did a GoDaddy commercial.
Could you imagine? What would he
Kawhi's
play?
Sanctuary.
He could do the
Kawhi's-
bongos.
Come to
He could
Kawhi's
do
Sanctuary.
bongos.
Kawhi.
His big ass hands.
Come sit in Kawhi's Sanctuary of Silence.
Yo, that video of the little girl with the robot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Was that you? It was you that linked
No,
up.
I
Was
sent that. I
oh,
sent
was
that.
it
Yeah.
you? Hello, robot. I love you, robot. Robot, I love you.
And she hugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so accurate because
got
it's
like
just like
It's got like the ugliest like mock up
Yeah.
of the Kawhi jersey on it.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I need that jersey though.
Trust me, bro. And I wanted DeMar's San Antonio jersey.
I wanted the Mars in it too.
Mm.
Yes. I will wear that jersey to that game.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
You'll wear a San Antonio jersey to a Raptor game.
Oh, hell yeah. With DeMar's name on it?
No, I'd wear a Raptor jersey with DeMar on it.
I'd wear both. I'd do a homage. I'd wear a homage to Jordan 1.
homage to home.
Wear one like a cape.
Yeah.
One like a cape. And then the other one.
That'd be a cool.
No, you just cut it in half.
Yeah.
Oh, like. Oh,
Like yeah.